Okay, good evening all, again. I've made another little video. Apologies for those that have seasoned quadcopter builders if this all maybe a little bit trivial, but it's quite good fun. So I did say I was going to do a little diary of things, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've pretty much built the bottom platform now. I think it's okay, looks okay. So again, I've got my my four legs sort of loosely attached. They're just screwed onto the bottom plate loosely again. At the moment, no Loctite, nothing so permanent. So if I spin her over, okay, I've sort of fixed the Q-brain to the bottom plate with some double-sided tape, but it's also the its motor drive outputs are also zip tied. We've drilled some extra holes and zip tied them fore and aft, so it's not going anywhere. It's pretty solid. The power cables for it, I drilled a couple of 5mm holes here and then ran them through the board. I try to avoid anything going sort of over the edge of the board. It just looks messy. I don't want to drag stuff over the board. So I mean this is really easy to drill. So I just drilled a couple of holes to run the power cable through. I also milled a little slot there to run its control cables through. So we got three single wires and the remaining signal and its two deck supply leads. One good thing I've just recently read about the Q-brain in the instruction manual is apparently the BEC or battery elimination circuit or eliminator circuit will source enough juice back to the flight controller to supply 5 servos, which is quite handy rather than having to split the power off for the servos separately. So yeah, so that should be able to just hook the servos directly to the flight control output. So yeah, so I've got my motor cables just kind of, you know, zip wired to the legs to keep it neat. So that's the Q-brain bit. Now I'm quite pleased with my battery box, I have to say. Obviously I've not used it in anger yet, so it's a little difficult to say whether it's going to be a goer. Yeah, so I've got the battery. It's as I said before, if I take the lid off, it's sitting in this little box. I don't know if you can see that there. Hopefully you can. So what I did was I cut away the ends. So cut down and then used yeah, just cut the ends away. So the box is still really rigid. I mean, you know, they're pretty tough, these Vera boxes. I put some very thin light foam in at the moment. It's very soft. I've got some much more suitable foam here, which is much tougher. But at the moment, I can't be bothered to cut it all up. I'll do it carefully when I need to. At the moment, I've just popped in a bit of foam, so the battery is still a little bit mobile in here. There's enough. I've measured this this box. It should be wide enough. These batteries don't vary much in this direction. Where's my little piece of paper? Well, this particular make don't. So in this direction, this 3.3 amp hour one is 42mm wide, and the 5 amp hour one is only 49mm wide. So there's only another 7mm more. So the 5 amp hour one would sit in here. No problem. So I can, you know, the plan is that the battery will slide in from this end. So when I want to put a new battery in, I just I just slide it in. The power module is anchored extremely firmly at the end. It's not ideal that the power module's currently acting as an end stop, but it's pretty robust. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So yeah, that's acting effectively as a sort of an end stop at the moment. I may also put a little end stop here, which will be like a little thumb wheel coming up from below, so I can screw that in afterwards just to stop it sliding this way. Although I suspect once I've got the proper foam in there, it won't be going anywhere. I mean, even now it will slide, but this is extremely soft foam. Just to sort of vaguely look, it's getting pushed slightly sideways because of these power cables, but I don't think that will happen with the proper foam. And if it is, it doesn't matter. I'll sort that out. It's not a problem. And it's sitting central, so I'll try and lift it from its centre of gravity. It's a bit tricky with. So that's as best I can with my 2 fingers, and it's pretty level. It's the C of G is smack on. Okay, so as I said, there's the power module. When I get the plugs tomorrow, hopefully I'll put a XT60 on the end there. So that's juice. This is juice in from the battery. I've got an adapter to go on the end of here to connect to here. So juice in through the power module, out the other side into the Q-brain. Here's my balance lead, so I can attach my little battery monitor business on the back. The power module supply lead is here. Might be a tad short. It might be a little bit short. I don't know if you can get an extension for these. It'll probably go. I don't want to pull it taut to the controller. Really, the power module could do with being a little bit closer, but that was the only place I could really put it. Anyway, so with this particular battery, the lid fits on perfect. With a larger battery, a 5 amp hour battery, this battery is going to be significantly taller, maybe even 5-7 mil taller. So this lid's not going to fit. That's not really a big deal. The other thing that I might have a small problem with if I put a 5 amp hour battery is it's so tall that the top plate won't go on. So what I'll have to do, it's not a big deal, is I'll cut on my little fret saw. I'll cut 2 spacers here and here to basically raise the top deck by about 5 mil, and then if I did put a 5 amp hour battery in, there'll be enough clearance. But for the battery I've got at the moment, and anything up to a 5 amp hour battery, it'll fit in the box, so that's cool. Alright, top bit, top deck as it were. There we go. So that fits on there nice. As I said, the power lead might be a little smidgen on the short side, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Top plate, flight controller sits about there. Receiver, I got my receiver today. I've got my, I still don't know how you pronounce this. Turningi, whatever, doesn't matter. Got that today. That's going to go on the front, and I'm going to probably fit another one of these little babies, which is the GPS mast, and then cut it down a little bit, and then strap that to another little mast at the front there. Maybe obviously shorter, just so this isn't flapping about all over the place. Either that, or maybe strap it to the leg. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can. Nobody's responded so far to my videos. Upsetting. I don't know whether it's a good idea to strap that to the leg. Maybe somebody can tell me. Can't see why it wouldn't be. Don't think this is directional. Anyway, receiver goes there. Oops, a daisy. And telemetry at the back. So that's the basic sort of that's the basic business at the moment. Pretty much sort of there really. Basically, I found it easier to build from the bottom up than the top down. So I think that fairly much encompasses everything. It looks reasonably neat, and I say I can retract and insert this battery from the rear, a la DJI styly. So there we go. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll do another little video when I've assembled the top and plugged all the guts in, and then I might go through a bit more in terms of the sort of you know, the getting it all going, set up, configuring things once I've worked it all out. Anyway, thanks for watching.